All right. Well, good morning, everybody from the Philippines. It's May 1st, so I thought we'd call this May Day. And I just wanted to do a little live stream impromptu for the 1st of May and see if anybody's got any questions. I'm going to be bugging out in about an hour. It won't be a long live stream. And we'll just wait for a few comments to come in, and then we'll go take it from there. Let you guys run the show. "13 people watching. Okay, thanks for joining. Here we go. We're on a delay, so that's why. Global Greg, what's cooking, Daddy O? Donnell, thanks for coming along. Michael, thank you. Good morning, Sam. And hello, Rainan. Nice to see you. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining in. Okay, let's see what we got here. Hey, Paul, it's Oscar. Oh, how are you doing, Oscar? Good to see you, man. Oscar was part of the group. It's going good, handyman. Yesterday, I took off. By took off means I unplugged my computer. I turned off my phone with the exception of about 2 hours during the day, and I just stayed indoors. I just kind of disconnected for an afternoon. Recharge the battery, as they say. Greg! Nicola, hi. How you doing, Chuck? Good to see you, man. Joe Mack from Texas says hi. All right. Howdy. How is your fasting going? For the most part, it's going really good, except for yesterday. Yesterday, I laid around like a water buffalo, watched Netflix, ate a bunch of shitty food, drank a bunch of water and Gatorade because I'd gotten dehydrated this past week and sunburned. So I went completely off the reservation as far as the diet goes yesterday. But for some odd reason, I'm still maintaining the same weight. But the fasting is really been, it's probably one of the best things I've ever done for myself. And every time I do it a couple times a month. I just don't eat all day. And then the next day I eat a meal. And it's always protein. And I feel awesome. I really do. Greetings, Alaska. All right. Glad to see you there. China Dave, good to see you, Daddy O. I got to call you one of these days. It's been one of those weeks, months, whatever. Watching from Kingman. Cool, Bob. Thanks for coming along, brother. It's going okay, Enoch. Good morning, Mr. Paul. It's coffee time. Yes, sir. In fact, at 10 o'clock, it's, 7:47 right now. At 10 o'clock, I'm meeting a subscriber for coffee. So that'll be nice. And I'm also meeting up with the infamous John. I thought I'd be seeing Baby Mae. Oh, well. Yeah, I know. Baby Mae's cooking. Baby Mae had a brilliant idea, by the way. I have to give credit where credit's due. Mae has adopted something I've been preaching to her for 3 years, and that's forward thinking. In other words, try to think ahead of the game. And that's not something that's really easy for Filipinas or Filipinos. They tend to work on today only. And so Mother's Day is approaching at the same time as the election. Baby, when is Mother's Day? When is actual Mother's Day? May 8th.
Yeah.
Okay. So
is May 9th.
And the election is May 9th. Yeah. So how you like this? Later on today, May's having a Mother's Day celebration. Her mother and father are coming up, and she's ordered the lechon, and she's making food, and her sister's making food, and they're doing what's called an advance Mother's Day, which I thought was super intelligent, because if she waited until the actual Mother's Day, there would be this big bums rush to the stores. The elections the next day. She's going to be voting for the first time, huh, baby?
Yeah.
You're voting for the first time. First time, Baby Mae's going to vote, and she's registered in Dumagetti. So I thought it was really brilliant. It's later on this afternoon. I'm going to go have coffee with a subscriber, and I'm going to meet up with John. I got to give him a few bucks, and that's an ongoing saga. And then I'm coming back and going to the Mother's Day celebration. But I thought it was really smart of her to avoid the rush. Yo, yo. May likes that yo, yo stuff. Good morning, Rusty. Hello, John. Felicity, glad you're here. There's my buddy. You're recovering from the Omicron. It was bound to happen. Yeah. I think everybody is either going to get or will have already had the virus at some point in time. How are the public CRs? Brutal. I got one word for the public CRs. Brutal. Good morning, Marilyn from England. Good for you. Tony's here from Seattle. Good to see you, boss. Yo, yo, Tim. Tim's coming in. Going to be meeting up with old Tim. Why do you think JRC raised the prices? My answer is because they can. In fact, they sent me a text message. They saw my video. They were extending an olive branch. But you just tell the truth, right? I didn't have, I'm a capitalist. I think that if whatever the market will bear, you should charge. The only thing I didn't care for, and they apologized for it in their little text message to me, was that I wasn't forewarned. It was just sort of like I was there, I was sitting down. We were actually making a video, and I didn't let May come into JRC because I wanted to respect their privacy. And I just did the transaction in private, and while May waited outside. And the primary reason to go there was just kind of to show you guys during that driving video where immigration was, and the actual immigration and JRC. And I was just, they doubled the price of their fee. And they explained to me in a text that that was for the first time only or something, but it didn't make sense. But they did it because they could. More fun in Boracay. Joe Mack from Texas says hi. Well, hi back at you. Oh, Kelly's Heroes. What a great movie. I watched all kinds of crap yesterday. Good morning, Phil. Arkansas is in the house. Thank you very much. Good morning from Orlando. How's life with me? It's good. I got sunburned and dehydrated the other day, but, I'm retired, so I just stayed home and turned off the world and stayed here in my little cocoon. May, on the other hand, went out to do a video, and boy, was she dragging ass when she came in. And she was in a very, very grumpy mood. Where's your baby? Baby Mae, I'm talking to you. You were very grumpy yesterday, huh? I know May so well. I just looked at her. She came walking up to the fence. She didn't even say hello. She just came marching by me and looked at me and said, very hot, and went in the house. I said, well, I guess that video didn't go too good. She had gone down to Dumagetti. She had to meet somebody at a bus station. They were taking jeepneys and trikes, and she took the girl to Jolly Beach, her cousin, and she just did the video. She just released the video. And she went up all the way back up here to Appalong to her sister's house and did the video. And she was frustrated because the girl, English was a little rough around the edges. And you can tell May's gone a long way when she's the one explaining what the other person's saying. And by the time she got home, she was just beat up. So I left her alone last night. And then this morning I was making fun of her and she was laughing her ass off. Because one thing that May can do is laugh at herself. That's one of her endearing qualities. She loves it when I break her balls, if you will, because she just finds it funny. She admits to her, inadequacies, if you will, or shortcomings, and the same with me. It's the one thing we share is we don't mind laughing at each other, or ourselves rather. Let's see, just sent away for a copy of my birth certificate so I can get my passport. Good on you. Good. Come on down to Wide Track Town. All the way from Australia. My goodness. How is your friend doing? I'll find out today. I saw him day before yesterday. I gave him 17,000 pesos to put as a first and a last on an apartment complex, which he did. And then he had 900 pesos with him 2 days ago. I dropped him off at McDonald's when I saw him, and I kind of gave him marching orders. I said, look, dude, you need to go in, and I'm not your daddy or anything, but you need to get in there and buy yourself a friggin' Big Mac or a quarter pounder with fries and start putting some weight on. And so he agreed to that. And then he messaged me this morning that he's down to bus fare only. So who knows what he's done between now and then, but I think he only had $10 on him. So that's fair if you think about it. But what's going to happen with him is this whole thing turned into something I never expected with John. And to me, it was just going to be an interview like I do interviews. And I thought it would be an interesting topic. Expats going broke. And he was one broke expat. So we did the video and that was that. And then it's turned into this, it's taken on its own life. There's been 3 or 4 videos made about the video. And we did set up the account for John. I think I've got 10 guys on his support group, but I'm going to have to stay with him for the next 3 weeks and do some heavy lifting. And then after that, I'm going to have him on maintenance mode. So we're going to get the apartment handled. He's got the deposit. I think he moves in on the 15th. So he's going to have to either find some temporary housing between now and then or just stay up in that barangay. I don't know. I'll discuss that with him. A couple of guys had reached out and said that they could give him a room, but I have to confess I forgot who said what because I got so many messages. So if you're watching and you live here in Dumaguete and you want to float him for a couple of weeks in a room, that would be cool. Get him out of there sooner than when his apartment opens up. Okay. Do you intentionally do lives when the Rockford file returns come on? Yeah, that's it. I screwed everything up for you, huh? Jess still here in Manila. How is everyone? All right. The gay scooter is still under repair. It's in the shop. Broke the axle. I spun it out real bad on the front. My back wheel got lodged against a brick, and I goosed it really hard to get over the brick. And the ground was super soft because it had rained the night before, and the back wheel just spun super fast and snapped the axle. So that's that. So it took him a week to find the axle, and I dropped 4,000 pesos off to him a couple days ago. I did that in the video. And they've ordered the axle. So when it comes in, it comes in. How is John? I'll have more on that this afternoon. And I've decided to do this. This is kind of unique, really unique, especially for me. But I'm going to have an ongoing thing with John. And what I'm going to do, you guys tell me if you think this is a good idea or not. But like when I meet with him today, I'm going to try to sit him down and do 3 or 4 or 5 minutes of talking with him and just keep the video private. And then meet him 3 or 4 days later and see what progress or lack of progress he's made and do a little video update. And then I'll post an actual video, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks from now, maybe. I don't know. We'll just sort of let it play out. But it's turned into almost a little miniature soap opera. And I've never had anything like that before on my channel, where it's an ongoing tale. And people are really interested in it. And I'm interested in it too. So I think it'll be good. I had a medical doctor contact me this morning who's concerned about the growth on John's neck. And he gave me what his kind of diagnosis is from afar. So the plan of action right now is I have to take baby steps with him, is just sort of keep him on the level for now. Excuse me. And then get him into his apartment, get the apartment loaded up with food. I've decided a weekly budget for him of 1,500 pesos, which is $30. As long as he's got apartment and food, that should be plenty. You know, if I gave him a lump sum of money, I think we all know it would blow up in our faces. So we'll just keep him on that and see how that works out and what he does with it. And I'm telling him to get receipts for stuff. And there's got to be some accountability here. So that's that. Tough love, right? Good morning there, Minnesota. You heard about the new complications? Yes. Yeah, that is, I love Jennifer Terri, guys. If you guys are thinking about coming out here and are making plans or anything else, I never give advice, but I'm going to do it this time. I advise you to check into Jennifer Terri. In fact, I'll put a link to her channel in this live. Once it processes, it takes 30 minutes or so for the whole thing to process and become an actual video. So I'll do that for you. If you're coming out, watch Jennifer Terri. She's got hourly updates on all this. I leaned on her big time when I was in the States trying to get back home. And I can't, but what they have done is they've taken the One Health Pass and made it worse. Oh, they gave you initially, I'll touch on it real quick and I'll move on. They gave you 3 days, 72 hours to set up your One Health Pass, which is fair, I guess. Now they've broken it back down to 24 hours. And then certain things you have to upload. I think the last thing you have to upload cannot be uploaded any sooner than 6 hours before you go to the airport or get on the plane. I forgot the details, but Jennifer's got them. I thought, this is ridiculous, man. You got to have your laptop and an internet connection and pray that everything works and goes together. It's just quadrupling the stress. And why they're compressing everything into this short span of time, beyond me. It's like a torture chamber. If it was me and I was thinking about coming out, I'd say, screw it, I wouldn't do it. But that's just me. Coffee, exactly. Man of the hour, how are you doing, buddy? Watching from Washington, D.C. Good on you. Hey, George, how are you, boss? No. That's a short answer. Hey, from Wales. How cool is that? Hey, Michael. 3 more weeks, I'm retired off the truck. My plan to move there is slowly coming together. We're going to Battalion Island. Good on you. So how Paul did your friend Joey? I just kind of went over all that. I'll be doing updates on him. I won't put you through the whole story again. Good old Panorama City. I lived on Clearfield Avenue in Panorama City when I was a kid. My son flying to the States today from Manila after seeing his girlfriend. Went great. Good to hear. That's awesome. You know, the majority of the guys that I've been meeting have not been moving out here. They've just been coming out on recon missions, or they're meeting their women that they've been talking to online. But it kind of took me a little aback. I thought most guys were, pulled the trigger and decided that they were going to do the thing And I would say 60 to 70% of them are just here for a few days, a few weeks, maybe a month. And I think that's awesome too. It's good to come out and get your feet on the ground, see if you actually like it. There's plenty of things not to like. Greetings, Sam. Why are you standing my 59-year-old guy who got that 19? Why are you standing by? Okay. Who got pregnant with twins? Rock. Well, I interviewed him. And why am I standing by him? Because he's a fellow human being. What would you do, Rock? Whatever happened to Dale? Who's Dale? Maybe you know somebody named Dale?
I don't know.
You don't know? I apologize. I'm bad with names. I'm not sure who you're talking about. Bright and sunny in Davao today. Good on you, Texas Tony. What's your next move if John keeps repeating pattern? I'm not in charge of John. I've agreed to do what I do and let the chips fall as they may. So the community has come together to assist John. It's more the community than me. I'm just kind of the linchpin, if you will. I'm just kind of the moderator of that whole thing. And I've committed to doing some heavy lifting the first week or two, 3 weeks maybe, of the apartment and seeing a doctor and getting him set up. And then after that, I'll meet with him once a week, which won't be any skin off my nose because I'll be downtown anyway. And I'll tell him, you come to me. I'm not driving out to you. I don't want it to interfere with my life. I'll be happy to see him and, answer any questions. And again, it would be cool to get an update with him once a week. And then I can take all these little video clips and make and glue them together. And we can make a video out of it to give everybody once a month or something like that update. I don't know about the timeline. Anytime, 24/7, the phone is always at hand. That's true. I will be talking with you, buddy. Quitting smoking going. I haven't made the commitment yet. I know how to do it. I just haven't done it. From Texas. I enjoy it too much. So here from Kentucky. I hope to meet you and the P when I come there. All right. So many things I could say about that. Heading back to the States today after 30 days here. Oh, okay. I had a great time. Going to miss this beautiful country and people. I was not going to miss about the Philippines. Well, I'm glad you were able to come out, Sam. That's awesome. Hi, please talk brownouts, generator. Do people ask share generator or not? Hot in your area? How hot gets there? Thanks. We had a brownout yesterday. We had a brownout the day before. We had a brownout the day before that. So we've been in brownout land. You can buy a generator, excuse me again, for maybe $800 to $1,000 to fire up the house. It won't give you internet because the internet's going to be down too, but it'll light up your house and run your aircon. Man, I don't have a generator. Where we live, it doesn't get that hot. And if it's an all-day brownout, we just make other plans. You lost a lot of respect from a lot of people standing by that guy. All you expats have. Oh, okay, Rock. You're entitled to your opinion, my friend. Sounds like I lost respect from you. Hi from Tecate, Mexico, southeast of San Diego, 20 miles east of TJ. Have a great day. Oh, thank you, Dennis. Right down there by Mexico. From General Santos. Hi, Al. May will vote for Lenny. I don't know who she's voting for.
Let's go.
Hey, Paul and Baby Mae. It's her first time voting. I told her who I wanted her to vote for, and she has somebody else. She says, well, I'll just vote for them both. I said, no, May, it doesn't work that way. May's over there cooking for Mother's Day. Well, thanks for coming along, Ron. Glad you were able to catch us live. Have you ever had problems food poisoning with store-bought meats you cook? Thanks. Not from the store that we cook, no. But we've had food poisoning. I think primarily water poisoning, to be honest with you. But yeah, we got sick from where? What was that? Minfoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to Minfoon and we had Japanese food and we each got a bad shrimp. But that doesn't take it off the radar. I mean, that's just a one-time thing. And it's May's new favorite restaurant, so we go. It's nice in there. Hi, Leonard. Hey. Hello from Seattle. Hi, Mark. Do other places have such difficult traffic patterns with the one-way street? I think that's primarily a Dumagetti nuance, is the friggin' one-way streets. Gio's been all over the place, and he says it's pretty much indicative of here. And you know what? At 8 o'clock at night, they lift that restriction, and now the one-way street goes to a two-way street. And boy, that used to bend my brain when I would be out at night because just everything changes all of a sudden. You're thinking it's safe to go through the intersection because no one can come from the other way. But at 8:30, they sure as hell can come from the other way. So I just don't drive at night anyway. May and I are we have not been on the boulevard at night in over a year. And I keep saying we should go down and listen to some music one night, but we never do it. Let's see. I had the same thing happen to me, but my ex-wife got $180,000 from my bank account, and then I had to pay child support after the divorce for 8 years. She ripped me off good, but nobody helped me. I'm sorry to hear that happen to you, Joe. Good morning from Tokyo. Cool, man. Michigan's in the house. Oh, so you enjoyed it. Good, Jason. Jason came out. See, a lot of guys came out just for like a visit and figured out whether they liked it or not. Apparently, Jason's happy. That's good to hear. Let's see. I had it, the Omicron. I've been sicker. Yeah, May and I have had all three versions. That's a true story. We've had all three of them. We had the original one, we had the Delta, and we had the Omicron. Good morning, Randy. Watching from Michigan. Hi, Greg. Yeah, I've been doing that all week. Well, in fact, I've been doing that for the last 3 weeks, is meeting with somebody or multiple people and having coffee and getting to know you guys personally, and it's been fun. And everybody wants a selfie with me. Good morning. How are you? Hey, Mike, what's going on, Daddy-O? Have you cut down cigs? Do I sound like mom? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, I haven't cut down. I'm a grown-ass man. I just do what I want. Hello from New Mexico. Watching. Okay, Mr. Brew, thank you. I loved your video to Apple Island. Baby Mae did great. Yeah, except she called the sand white. Like, what'd you call it? White, like what? Like what? What island did you say it was like? Bahal? Boracay. Yeah, she said, look at this white sand like Boracay. The sand was the color of cat litter. May, what are you talking about? So we're just chalking that up to artistic license. But what's funny about Apple Island is that there is a white sand beach. There's a little rock thing you got to walk over, and there is this perfectly smooth, beautiful white sand. Now, if she'd been standing there and made that statement, it would have made sense. But where we were at, it was rough going. Good morning from Tokyo. Ontario, Canada. Thank you for coming along. Kuya Mike. What would you do if immigration denied you? Denied me what? Entry into the country or exit? And why would they deny me? Hello from Texas. Hi, Paul. I will be there on September 3rd if they don't change anything. Well, they just changed the One Health Pass, so you might want to get yourself abreast of those changes. Hot stuff coming through, Baby Mae. That's right. Little hot stuff May. How come there is so many steps to get to these just to get more money? I don't know, buddy. If I knew, I'd be in charge. From Quebec, appreciate your positivity and humor. I wish I was more extra less small enough to roll off their back. That is the issue, man. I've always said the loudest animal in the Philippines is another foreigner. People complain about the dogs and the chickens. You ain't heard nothing yet till you've ever pissed off a foreigner. So, temperament. Hey, Anthony. A Brit abroad in the Philippines. LOL. What is the change to the new level as of? Oh yeah, it did change to level 2 from level 1. But I don't think the change is all that big a deal. I think it's more of a little stronger mask enforcement. But it's not like a quarantine or anything. I think kids are still allowed out and all that good stuff. That's where it gets tough. Is with it goes to I think a level 3 or 4. I can't remember. They got so many different things, but it's when the kids can't go outside that's hard on the guys that have families out here. Oh, she wasn't having tempo. She was just, she just had a hard ass day. It had been hot. I dropped her off in Valencia. That was the only time I left the house. She caught a trek from there downtown to Dumaguete. She went to the bus station. She picked up her cousin. She just did a video. I'll put a link to the video here too. I'll put Jennifer, Terri, and Baby Mae on this. I got to write that down. And then what happened? She took her to Jollibee because I don't think she'd ever been to Jollibee, her cousin. And then they had to hump it back up the hill and do the video. And the video was really laborious. And then she had to get the girl back to the bus station. And then she had to hump back up the hill to get home. By the time she came to the gate, she didn't even say hi to me. She just kind of limped into the house. Oh, Sil, you're here too, and you're back to London. Another visitor. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, man. Has May ever screamed at you? If you could ask her to raise her voice now on camera. May has never raised her voice to me ever. And I love Paul's laugh. Other people say it's annoying. I don't know. Hello, Raymond. I'll be in Davao next week. Any info on Atmosphere Davao? I've never been to Davao, boss. Just got off video call with my Filipino wife. My 4-year-old daughter isn't feeling well, so I hate being in the UK. It sucks. And I can't, it's complicated. I can feel your pain, brother. American here, married to a Mexican lady for 20 years. Maybe you don't go too far. Mexican women are sweet and loyal. Absolutely. So he is leaving that situation. Yes. That's in the process. We're getting him out of that atmosphere, if you will. Immigration office in Bahal has been closed since Odette. Eesh. Last I checked was 1 week ago. Their server has been down. Well, that could be an issue. I guess you'd have to travel, huh? Hop on a boat or something. Have you ever yelled at her? No, I'm not going to yell at her. Hi, Paul from City Davao. Quiet and peaceful here. No brownouts. That's another thing. One-way streets and brownouts. That's pretty much indicative of here as far as the negative, thing. I've asked a number of guys, what's the number one thing out here that pisses you off the most? And the number one answer is the brownouts. And it seems to be the only place that suffers from them. Good morning, Paul, and happy May Day. Yeah, it is May Day. You see a bridge in Bahal collapse, vehicles in the water. I don't know if anybody's hurt or killed. Did you hear anything? I did see a blurb. about a bridge collapsed and 4 people killed, but I didn't know where it was. Yeah, you can. Just contact me privately, on Messenger, and we'll go over that if you want to help him. Primarily, what we're looking for is support, trying to build up a support base on Facebook. And slowly but surely, I've been adding guys to his Facebook. I think he's got about 10 on there. So I need to, again, with John, it's kind of like I have to kind of hold his hand a little bit on some of this stuff. So I need to get him to accept it. I want to make sure that I filter out the guys that might be like, what's his name earlier. I just want guys that are supportive of him. And I'm not talking about financial support. I'm talking about emotional support. Someone to talk to. The last time we got together, at Ground Zero, I was actually chatting with another subscriber and his wife, and May and I were hanging out with them. I had done my thing with John, and then Gio came in, and a guy named Bobby came in, and my friend Gary came in, and they were sitting with John. And Gio bought him a hamburger, and he wolfed that thing down like no one's business. And then he got to sit and chat with 3 guys that were genuinely interested in him. And I could see it on his face that there was just, a change. And so that's what I think is more than money. I think that it's more of an emotional kind of support that he needs. Number 1 video trending in the Philippines. I don't know about that because, but I know it's getting more views than I ever thought. Honest to Injun, I just thought it would be a cool video to make, and then it took off on its life of its own, and it's having videos made about it, good and bad. Well, I'd say good, but some snarky, some supportive. Yeah, I'm glad he's getting out of there too. I wish it could be sooner. So if anybody's watching and you live here and you got a place for him to hang his hat for a week or 2, that'd be good. But he did get the apartment, so it's just a matter of getting him into it. Thank you, Gregory. You know what? It's going to be pretty freaking strong. I'm going to save this for the video, but I'm going to talk to John at some point, because I already know. But I'm going to talk to John at some point as to what he did in America and how much did he make. And I got news for you. He's going to be in the upper echelon, if you can believe that. He's going to be receiving more than the average. I think the average Social Security, excuse me, is $1,500 a month. And I think that's the average, 15 or 16. I'd say he's going to be closer to pushing $2,000 a month when he gets it. That's my guess. And plus there's a bump every January. And when there's inflation in America, the bump is always stronger. Like last one was 6.2%. So I got over $100 increase in my Social Security. And so he's going to be okay with his Social Security if he can manage it. I bet you I could be your next broke expat video, Paul. My situation is different, though, and started with immigration, losing my passport lasting 4 years, then demanding visa extension fees for not extending. I am very sorry to hear that, bro. Yeah, different things can happen to different people, but there is a way you can get another replacement. I've never been up against this wall myself, so I can't give you advice. But I'm sure that there's a way that if I lost my passport tomorrow, I'm sure there's a way I can apply for a new one. I guess maybe it's embassy thing. I've never been to the embassy either. It's not my business, but he needs to be careful and try to stay safe from the young lady and her family. Just saying, you got this. Well, yeah, that's pretty much goes without saying that him and her are not a good mix. However, I have to be fair in that there are always 2 sides to every story. I was explaining that to May, or I was making that analogy with May, and she totally got it. I said, whenever it's a he said, she said situation, there's there's Mae's story, and then there's Paul's story. Let's say Mae and I have a fight. Well, there's her story, and there's my story. And somewhere in the middle lies the truth. So I think the real interesting video would be if the girl, or the woman, I should say, would come on the channel and tell her side. I'd like to hear that. The lady boys are talking about your scooter. I hope it's more than just the lady boys. Hi, Margie. I love your personality and outlook on life. Well, thank you, Jonathan. Hi, Margie. Margie Olvida. Olvida. Do you have a channel? Hit that like. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm glad someone reminded me. You guys need to hit the like button. It's my only request here. It's all we ask for here on our live streams. And we don't even know why we ask for it. It's just become one of those things. It's a tradition. Believe it or not, all that weight loss he went through was really good for him. Yeah, I thought it was a little extreme, though. He needs to put back on some weight, in my humble opinion. I think he's below what he needs to be healthy. He was actually in really good shape when I first met him. He was. He had a great physique. He had obviously taken care of himself. He had exercised properly, eaten properly in the States. And then something went sideways with him. I don't know exactly when. Let's see. Hi, Paul. I'm in New York today, so tempting to jump on a flight to the Philippines, maybe in June. Okay, Daryl. We'll see you in June. Let's see, how to extend with no passport. I had to plead poverty to get out of the Philippines, but promised to pay once in the UK. Then COVID happened, and now I'm really in a bad situation. Paying for them there. Well, can't you get a replacement passport, though? I don't pretend to know, but maybe one of these guys knows. I am in Valencia. I'm just up the street or up the hill from Dumaguete. Hi, Archie. I feel bad for John, but your first video wasn't hitting on all. He wasn't all. Yeah, I agree. I agree with most of the comments. You know, the snarky ones and the nice ones, I agree with them all, to be honest with you. I see both sides of the story. Hi, Matt. Good morning, Mr. Max Cat 32. Nice to see you as well, China Dave. I'm taking care of myself, so I'm much better. Yeah, you hurry up and get better there, my friend. We need you. I am paying for myself here. 2 rents, 2 bills I will never get back. We are sorry to hear that, Mr. Britt in the Philippines, a Brit abroad in the Philippines. Oh, what's going on with Mae and her scooter? Well, right now I'm driving Mae's scooter. I've absconded since my scooter's gone down. And she has not yet resumed the riding lessons simply because we haven't had time. That's really just it. We've just been busy. And, you know, it's always going to be there. We're not in any kind of rush to get her driving the scooter. I'm really glad I bought it for her now. We got a plan B as far as transportation. And I like her scooter. I like driving the 110. I don't like driving it with her on back because it's kind of sluggish, you know, and it's a little skittery. But with me by myself on it, it's a lot of fun. It's very nimble. Pay it forward, always a good theory. Good morning, Randy. There, I can't manage everything. It sucks. I will take care of John for $30 an hour. Good morning, Mark. How are you? Hey, Timothy. Everybody knows Margie but me. Hey, Paul from Gilbert. That's awesome progress with John. That's what he needs, positive support. Thanks, Gilbert. I really think that's the key. I really do. Is just, getting some positive affirmation, if you will. He's so hard on himself. Hi, from Rancho Cucamonga. Can you please do another short segment on how to get money from American Bank via Zoom? That will probably be a while before I do that. I should do a budget video, to be honest with you. I was thinking about that this week. They get redundant, I know, but I feel it's almost obligatory that if you're living out here, that every 6 months or so, I should do a budget video. Because recently I've had a ton of new subscribers, and thanks for that, by the way. I think we've had 2,000 new subscribers in just the last week. Primarily, I guess, because of the John video. But I'm thinking that whenever there's a lot of new subscribers on, they probably haven't gone back that far on my playlist. Even though there's a bunch of people with budget videos out there, it's probably one to do. And plus, there's a certain twist to it that I would add that would make it different. That I've been thinking about also. Someone's making a lot of money. Oh, that's a fact. That's yes. Yeah, don't get me started. Yeah, these cell phones, man. They're making us totally dependent on it. And apparently, according to Jennifer Terri, they want all the information on a barcode on your phone. So printing it out's like no good. So what is it? What happens if you can't afford a cell phone? What if you're just, some dude on a small budget backpacker type and you just want to come to the Philippines? I guess you can't do it. I would like to say hello, say the hell with coming, but it's already paid for. It's a drill, buddy. But once you get through it, once you get through it, it's worth it, I think. But I'm really pissed off because it was hard before. And now they've managed to take something complicated and make it more complicated. And it should be going the other direction. There's a 1.2% infection rate in the Philippines of COVID. Which better can it get? Yeah, Gary, good on you, boss. Whew, maybe you could do a video about how you did it. South Dakota representing. We like that. Hi, Troy. Good morning from Florida. Good on you. Could John do volunteer work at a school or someplace useful to help boost his self-worth? We're going to take it one step at a time. I'm concerned about his health also. So this is not going to be, a bullet train. This is going to be a slow rolling train here. So we're going to take it one little step at a time and get him out of the environment, into the apartment, get some food in his stomach. I want to connect him. One luxury I've agreed to do, and it'll probably come out of my pocket, which is fine, is internet for him. And I know that would give him hours and hours of entertainment because he likes to play games on his computer, on his phone. And so do I. So sometimes when I get bored, I just sit outside and play Clash of Clans. So I think that would be a healthy thing. Keep him connected with the guys. And as long as we can keep him away from the girls, we should be fine. Easier said than done, I'm sure. Willis off of Parthenia. Yeah. My dad had a real estate office on Roscoe. Philippine scenes. What's happening? We have a lot of discussions amongst ourselves. That's always good. I think he means Dean, not Dale. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's Dean. That's why I didn't understand the name. Been getting some feedback from some guys that they're a little disillusioned with all that, but I don't think it's Dean. I think it's Dean's assistant that's been. I had a conversation about that. So I'll have to do some clarification about the Dean thing. Thank you very much, David. Nice in Vegas today. Good. Expensive in Vegas. I just heard they had some kind of convention in there. Smithers, Canada. Hi, Daniel. Yeah, it's a Dean. Yeah. Let's not go there. It's the wifey moving it. No, no, no. She doesn't want to, and he doesn't want her to. Yeah. Uh, I didn't really hear anything. I did talk to a gentleman that felt that Dean's assistant, while Dean was out of the country, was overcharging on some things. So nothing earth shattering, nothing mind bending, but they were a little pissed off about that. I think it would be worth the trip out there just to kick around. I wouldn't want to stay there for a long time because for what I hear from the guys is that it's a nice place, but it's boring at the end of the day. It's just kind of small and it's just kind of boring. So be a nice little respite to go for a week, maybe a month, who knows? Because they got stuff like great, really good beef there. If you want to change up and Mexican food, so you want to change up the food routine, just get. I hear they have a nice beach, all that kind of stuff. Just a different scene, change of pace. I don't think it'd be a place I'd want to live. I did not know you were from Cali. I swear you sound like a Chicago guy. I have a home in DePlaw. We'll be there around Christmas. Love your show. Thank you, Paul. Yeah, I used to get the New Yorker thing a lot. John is in charge of John. Anytime you need my services, you know where to find me. Mark Thornton's Noose. Who are you? I'm planning to come to Cebu last week of July. Maybe come to Duma for a few days. We'll stop on by, buy you a cup of coffee. Yeah, that's okay. It's all forgiven, buddy. I'll unsubscribe again. I think we're done with Dean. I think I'm done with Dean. But you never know. Maybe next Valentine's Day. I think we'll make Dean an annual event. We'll bring him in on Valentine's Day. I just think that's very appropriate. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate the work you do here. Hello from Virginia Beach. Oh, thank you, Matthew. Appreciate that. Aloha from Davao. We're retired here in 2021. Thanks for those vlogs. Thank you, Edward, for watching. Paul, when are you getting the update video you promised about Dean's demise? Well, it's not a demise. It's just some changes that have gone through that I've heard from the guys. But I don't have enough information, kids. I've only talked to one guy. And I think he gave me a pretty good update. But I don't want to be guilty of those things that I despise, which is chismis and gossip. So I need to talk to Dean privately. I need to talk to a couple of more guys that are out there. If they want to reach out to me and talk to me about what's going on, great. Because, that's the thing. That's the thing about throwing something out about somebody that hasn't been proven. You can destroy a person with a lie. And I think that if somebody has been taken to court and found guilty of whatever travesty they've committed, then sure, go ahead and throw the book at them. But you can destroy a man's career and a woman's career just by making an accusation and have it public. So I'm not going to go there. I just heard that Dean there was a little bit of dissension amongst the guys out there, but I don't think it's anything earth-shattering. Yeah, I know. Right now, I'm settling for Big Macs. Just something that puts some LBs on him. I know. Oh, you got the visa around 22 days, huh? Good luck with that, my friend. Good seeing you the other day, by the way. Long time no here. Snow stopped. Maybe we will see summer. Glad you're well back where you should be. Thank you, Michael. Seal Beach. Thanks, Thomas. My opinion is that John is not the father of the twins. I am. You look like a trolley guy. Sunshine Calvin, don't pay child support. Yeah, that's a troll. Welcome aboard. Good morning from Milligan. An old German dog shepherd. Be nice, Ada. Yeah, settle down, Ada. Haven't been convicted of anything yet. Oh, well, watch the first part of the show. You're going to have to rewind us. I agree. I made that comment out loud. I remember where I was sitting and who I was sitting with. And they go, what do you think of the Philippines? And I was at a restaurant looking outside. I said, it reminds me of Mexico. It does. As far as the transportation and the general vibe of the place. Do you know if the Short Province girl stopped doing YouTube? She was a good singer. I have not heard from her for the longest time. She just kind of dropped off the map. I know her boyfriend. I saw him when I was in Cebu. He stopped by to talk to me, but we only had 15 minutes because he got there late and I had to go get on a plane. So as far as I know, those two are still together. But I don't know what happened. Put solar on the house. It's a rental. How would I do that? I only pay $40 for electricity. Okay. I've quit before. I know the drill. Oh, I hope you do, Neil. Come on out. Man, you have a lot of trolls on here. Jesus, it's okay. They don't bother me. I was in the car business for 30 years, 40 years. I've been beat up by experts. These guys got nothing. One thing trolls lack is imagination. You'll find that they all pretty much stay within their wheelhouse of 5 or 6 different phrases, and that's just the best they can do. I do, but I'm sending it out privately for, so we don't get a troll on there. I can handle a troll, but I don't think John could. So anyway, let me go back to that. If you want to contact me, just PM me, and I'll make sure that you guys get linked together. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Hello. Tell Baby Mae I said hi. I will. Hey, Baby Mae, a troll says hi.
Hello.
She says hello.
Okay. Thank you for that out.
I'm always nice. Inquiring minds want to know. It's all good. It's all good. I don't want to blow it up into something that it's not. Sydney, Australia, thanks for being here. Good on you. It's okay to have a cheat day. I mean, yesterday was just, I told May, I said, I'm fading it. I'm exhausted. I'm sunburned. I'm dehydrated. I'm tired of talking to people. I'm tired of answering questions. I don't want to do anything. I'm retired. So I just faded yesterday. And today I'm back in action. See? All you got to do is recharge your batteries every now and then. American man here, married to a Mexican lady for 20 years. Don't go too far. Mexican women are warm, sweet, and loyal. Mine is 13 years younger than me. Yeah. Good morning, Philippines and beyond. How are you? Maybe is there coffee? I wonder what happened to Rod's life to make him think we are looking for his approval or respect. Who's Rod? What did I miss? Hey, what's up, Paul? Live and direct from Tampa, Florida. 8 to 10 months. I'll be visit when there's better entry with full back. Yeah, if I would, I'd install it. With all the hoops you got to go through. Yeesh. I mean, you can get here, but it's going to be, you're going to endure some pain. Let me just be the first to tell you. Do you know if any expat ham rating? I don't know, buddy. I don't, buddy. You also have to gain respect for help a person in need. Have you thought about getting a? No, I've never thought about adding anything to something I'm renting. It's not that big a deal. If the power goes out, the power goes out. I have battery operated fans. So I flip those on. They go. They keep the air moving. Most brownouts last for 30 minutes to an hour and a half. No one's going to die. We might get a little warm and uncomfortable. But up here, that's hardly a problem. I just sit outside, smoke one of my world famous cigarettes, have a Gatorade, and chase May around the apartment in the dark. Make the best of a bad situation. Let's see. Well, you didn't lose my respect. If anything, you gained some in my eyes for trying to help a fellow human being who's in trouble. I appreciate that, Randy. But everybody's entitled to their opinion, you know. Some people think I'm a fool. Some think that people I'm not. It's all good. Good morning, Rose. How are you? I didn't know that I was. I don't think I am. I don't. Maybe that video is #1 trending right now. I don't know. I don't have any information saying that that's even close. There's people that are so much bigger than me, so much larger channels. Dude, what did you use for your jock rash? Sulfur soap. The whole problem with my jock itch, if you will, or what do they call it? Jungle rash or something like that. Guys used to get it in the Vietnam War all the time. Crotch rot is what they called it. It's just when your crotch, I'm sorry to be so blatant, gets really red, really sore. And for me, I'm allergic to Mae's whitening soap. And in fact, it gave me a black eye one time. Some of that soap got into my eye and it irritated it and it broke a blood vessel. And I had this big bag of blood under my eye. Remember that, baby?
Yeah.
We did a video on your channel called
Yeah.
Fubar.
Papaya soap.
Yeah, papaya. Oh, it was papaya soap. Friggin' papayas. Don't get near the papaya soap, boys.
For getting white skin.
Yeah, for getting white skin, she says. Absolutely. Thank you, Carmen. Appreciate that. Do you know Frank Battaglia from My Philippines Interest? You know what? He called me one time back in the day. I think my channel was just 7 or 8 months old. And I get this phone call from this crazy guy. Not crazy, but he's like, Paulie. He's this hardcore New Yorker type of guy, if that's the same guy. And he started just going on and on about how I should never put my woman on the channel. And I listened to him, and for about 30 minutes, I got one word in. And pretty soon I said, listen, man, I appreciate the advice, but I got to go eat dinner. Bye. So that was if that's the same Frank. But I think that's the guy that called me. And somebody else was telling me, my friend AJ was following all these different guys. And there's somebody that, I don't know if it's Frank or some other guy they call the chair. And there's like 2 guys that are fighting each other or something like that. I don't follow all that crap. But keep up the good work. No matter anyone's opinion, John is still a human being. You're absolutely right, sir. I look forward to having coffee with you in October. I look forward to meeting you too, Joe. Yeah, I'm going to do whatever my heart tells me to do. So, I'm not asking for your approval. I'm letting you know what I'm doing. People make mistakes, and it's a good thing that you told this story because that way others won't do that. And I'm happy that everyone's helping them out. So great job, Paul. Thanks. Yeah, people can learn from others' mistakes. It's the best way to learn from somebody else's mistakes. Unfortunately, I've made so many mistakes. I've had quite the lessons myself. It's not about how far we travel, Carmen. It's about preferences for Asian women. Yeah, I imagine you can find the perfect girl right around the corner from where you live. It just depends on personalities, right? Chemistry, all that good stuff. Has anybody seen my beer? Hi, Ann. Thanks for off the blessing. I wonder if you use foul language when not on YouTube. Your tone is great. Oh, I swear like a sailor some days. Whereas my father, an ex-sailor, said, a drunken sailor. And my dad cusses like an expert. My dad's the best cusser on the planet. And when him and I get together, the entire conversation is swear words. I don't know, there's something manly about it, I guess. We don't say that guy. We go, hey, you know that cocksucker? But I don't use that language except just now on my channel. Hey, Paul, I'm living in northern Luzon 4 years now. We have brownout today from 8 to 5. Well, scheduled. Okay. Upcoming elections, we have to go to the pool in the mall. Really enjoy your talks. Take care. God bless you, David. And I thought I was the only one that got brownouts. Northern Luzon's getting some. I'm doing good, Richard. How are you doing? Stephen Day. Good morning, Sir Paul and Miss May. You have respect for what you do. A helping hand is a two-way street. You're on the right track where John is concerned. We will see. It's going to be interesting. And like I said, I'm going to try to make a little 2-minute, 3-minute blurb here and there when I meet up with him, if possible. And just kind of may loop it all together into one video. Good morning, Orlando. E-begging time. Okay, see, this is a troll. It's interesting you say that because I can't recall myself ever requesting anybody to give me any money. Isn't that e-begging? But anyway, thanks for joining, Jerry Springer. You can buy a small solar power just for your lights, fan, and TV. I imagine that is an option. The guy asking about being a vegetarian, yeah, lots of good vegetables in the wet market. Yeah, there's never any shortage of vegetables out here. Should be vegetarian heaven. Hi from Wisconsin. Hey, Neil. Yeah, now the party can start. Let's see. Our misadventures, that's a fact. Well, that's a smart idea, Michael. Come out, get your feet wet. Most of the guys I've been meeting have not pulled the trigger to, take the plunge. They're out here exploring and looking around and seeing if it's their cup of tea. Because it is for some guys and it's not for others. So always smart to come out. In fact, when I came out, I came with an exit strategy that after 6 months, if I didn't like it, I'd just get the hell out. I could go home, start that deal all over again, or I could just bounce over to another country. Paul, what was the best restaurant you visited? In-N-Out Burger. Excuse me. Yeah. I went to a real high-class place in Caesar's Palace. I went to a delicatessen. I got that craving satisfied. I ate a lot at the hotel itself just because it was close. That was superior, good, really good food, good bar food, if you will. But my all-in-all favorite is In-N-Out Burger. I got the hat to prove it. I just go in line here. I just take them one by one. And then at the end, I've always got about 100 comments that I haven't talked to, and I have to say sorry. You look like an old dog. Love you from Detroit. Thank you very much. Ladies and germs, indeed. Jerry. Yeah, more trolls. Let's see, you don't have to leave the PI. September 9th, the bill went into effect saying that COVID, all foreigners cannot be forced to leave when your visas expire. I don't know anything about that, Gary. May, your niece is as pleasant as you. Great video. You always have surprises. Hey, you got a compliment from Stephen Day. She's not even looking at me. See? Being ignored by my girlfriend. Cat litter. It's true. It's the world's ugliest beach. May's portraying it as being Baraki or something like that. Smaller towns, I don't know. They are here. July sounds good, Christopher. Watching from Canada, welcome aboard. Have you seen the stream where Mark Thornton told us he had a small heart attack and no longer had any health insurance? I messaged Mike. I didn't watch the video. Mark. Hey, you got a shout out from Steven. He said, good job.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, you're welcome, pal. Okay, back to this. What are we doing? I messaged him and asked him if he's okay, and he said he's good. So I saw the headline, if you will, the thumbnail. And so I wanted to know if he needed anything. Can you let that broke chap stay in your spare room? No, I'm only going to go so deep into this thing. At Pebbles, yeah. Yeah, a lot of the beaches out here are rocky and uncomfortable and nasty. And then there's sections of sand. I don't know what causes that. Cat litter beach, exactly. Been dying to go there, but all I hear about is constant and changing travel rules, so I figured I'd wait a bit. I don't blame you. I thought it was tough when I came back, but it's gotten tougher. Hey, Mike. Yeah, I'm glad you're feeling better, lady. I reply until I end the video. And then there's usually a ton of comments hanging. And so I just try to skim through them real quick and I'll see if there's someone new. And because I got to stop somewhere. So it's 9 o'clock now. Let's say we go for another 30 minutes. How's that sound? And it skips sometimes too. Here we go. You see, I watched some of your old videos. You lost some weight. Good for you, Paul. Health is wealth. Yeah, I did lose a few pounds. First time I caught you live. Oh, good on you. See you in a month, Steve. Pearl will be next at your door, superstar. I don't think so. Just crazy people at my door. How did you get your health insurance for the return trip? I used what was it called? Patriot. People ask me that a lot, but it's such a simple thing to do. You just go into Google and say health insurance for Philippines with COVID insurance, blah, blah, blah. And they're all about the same. And my throwaway ticket was good for 2 weeks into the trip. So I bought insurance for 2 weeks. And it went from $90 to $50. And it had $50,000 worth of coverage that included COVID. And it was called Patriot. I do remember that. But I'm not endorsing it, and I'm not recommending it. It's just what I used. And I don't think any of that insurance is worth the paper it's written on anyway. I just used it to get in. Let's see, did I skip? Did I skip? Where am I here? Hold on. Old man at work. Easy now. Everybody stay calm. There we go. Oop, lost it again. Remain calm. Okay, here we go. Nope, skipped again. Ay, caramba. Here we go. Your buddy John should have no trouble finding a job in Manila. We're just trying to get in into an apartment in Dumaguete. Can you imagine John in Manila? Yeesh. Hey, salty dog, what's up, Daddy-O? I agree with you. You know, it's just what I want to do. So I'm not saying anybody else should, but everybody has a fence side to stand on. Hey, Sacramento, thanks for coming along, boss. Yes, Mark Thornton's health is on the decline. No insurance and no savings. Let his begging begin. So Jeremy is a troll. And I haven't seen Mark ask anybody for money. He's just stating what's going on in his life. It's what we do. You know, we tell the truth. So if you're feeling good, you say you're feeling good. If you're having a problem, you say you're having a problem. See, this is what I mean by, let me just get back to this, is when I talk about the trolls, they have 4 or 5 phrases in their wheelhouse. And this is a classic example of it, e-begging, all right? So what else do they have? Scammer, loser, dirty old man, pedophile, sex pat. That's about what's in their wheelhouse. This is how much imagination this fellow lacks. Thanks, Las Vegas. Good to see you. How are you? Oh, okay. Let's see. Do most older American men go to the Philippines to hook up with much younger girls? What is the average? My motivation to come out here was for economics. And there are men that come out here to meet other women. What the age gap is up to the individual. I wouldn't know an average. I know. I know. It's all good. Hey, what's going on, Charlie? Hello, Paul. I'm Mexican and look a little bit Filipino. I plan on going there and maybe retiring. Do you think being an expat and looking Filipino is an advantage or disadvantage? I don't think there's any disadvantage. Let's see. Will we see an old dog Dean live stream soon? We need an update on the rotation. I think we're going to make that just a once a year event now on Valentine's Day. For some reason, that just really appeals to me. It's okay. I went till the sand was white. Yeah. There you go. I love it. That's my kind of sense of humor right there. So Jeremy, oh, he's broke. That was the other one. Broke, horny, and loser, e-beggar. Good job, Jeremy. Good job. You managed to stay right within the parameters of a troll. Awesome work. Oh my God. You should see the stuff we get that you guys don't see. That's awesome. The call centers are probably a very good option for some people. Are you pushing people to get the jab? No. I don't push anybody to do anything I don't want to do. I'm a libertarian. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't, don't. No. They ask for me a picture with May, but they don't ask for anything from me. Jeremy Clodfelter. You really got it in for old Mark, don't you? I can tell you right now, he doesn't care what you think. I took your advice and started researching Cebu for reliable infrastructure. Level 2 is precautionary because the Omicron variant just made it an outbreak. Yeah, I think it just bumps up the mask requirements a little bit. And I don't think it's too severe. Oh, I think appreciate that, Bruce. That's very sweet of you. Everybody's entitled to an opinion, man. You know, either you're on one side of the fence or you're on the other, or on it until something pushes you over. I appreciate that. Hey, Cheryl Carter, how are you? What a great name. Sounds like a movie star, doesn't it? Cheryl Carter. Why did you tell the broke guy to go back to you? Why did you tell the broke guy he would be homeless with no? I didn't tell him to do anything. Jeremy. You need to, what I would recommend, Jeremy, is that you come out here and sit down across from Mark in person like a man and say that to his face. Could you do that? Why don't you answer that question? This is why I don't use moderators. I'd rather just deal with them. We did find him a place. He hasn't moved into it yet. It didn't open up until the 15th. So I'll see him today and we'll kind of see what's going on. The chicken is over there. I can't set the chicken up because I got no shelf behind me. Here they really push it. Yeah, for the locals to get the jab. Yeah, they make it difficult to operate and move around if you don't. I don't think the paparazzi will be anywhere near me anytime in the future. Hey, Charles, how are you, boss? Well, yeah, we determined that, Greg. It's a trip, how little imagination they have. Also, I'm heading that way this summer. All plans already made and paid. I like it. I thought this whole COVID thing was behind us. Now it seems like they're coming up with more. So let's see. We got two on Mark today. Poor Mark. Yeah, that's right. No money, e-bag, loser, blah, blah, blah. It's like a broken record. Hey, John from New Jersey, originally from Trinidad. Hope to visit the Philippines one day. I love the remote areas. We got about 20 minutes left, boys and girls. Let me try to bounce through this because I'm getting a lot of duplicate people talking. Let's see. It doesn't matter. Who's new on here? Freshwater naturalist. I don't recall this. Power. Oh, yes, I guess I do. Same picture. Sorry. Mark Thornton, jealous of that guy getting so many donations. I don't think it's any cheaper here, Michael, than anywhere else. Water is cheaper up here, but the electric's the electric. It's how much you use it. Down in Dumagetti apartments, I spent $100 a month for my electric, and up here, I think May and I paid $40. Oh, okay, good. Nice to see you, boss. Looking at a hitchhiking home or back to on a cargo ship or pleasure sailboats. I don't understand what that means. Do many people use solar power? Not really. A couple of resorts do. Well, I'm glad you're able to get on. Let's see. Hey, Paul, went back and watched interviews with Stash Wagner. What a great guy and good interviews. Yeah, I've been wanting to get back with Stash, but just, again, time's not been my friend. His wife just had a birthday. So I'm going to start bouncing through comments here, kids. and try to find somebody that hasn't commented yet, because I am going to be bugging out. K money, I don't recall that. War is gold for SSDI. I get VA and SSDI. You're talking about 8.9%. Oh, you're talking about the increase in the, I believe it. The way the inflation is going in America, the Social Security Department, I forgot the name of the committee, if you will, or whatever, that advises them on that as far as the cost of living increase, COLA. But it was big last year. Something to look forward to, I guess. Now, where did I leave off? Jesus. I can't remember where I was at. Oh, it's way up there. Sorry, guys. This thing jumps. And then I jumped. Everybody's jumping. Here we go. Julie Gallagher. So let's do this. Dean is in Central America. Sorry, Dean. Julie Gallagher. Oddly enough, John's wife sent me a friend request. She sent one to May also. I guess I'm blessed my kids are dual citizens, and everything I buy is in property goes in their name. It protects me against scammer girls. That's great. Boy, what an awesome setup that is. Is there anything that you would get you move to? Is there anything that would get you to move back to the United States? Do you plan it? I wouldn't move back to the States unless I became ill. That's what I would do. If I became so ill that I needed treatment that I could only receive in the States, under my Medicare. And I'm not saying that the Philippines is my final destination either. May get your passport this month. So we're going to go bouncing around. Not now because of the way it is coming back in. Such a pain in the balls. But when we do travel, we'll try Thailand and see what we like. Let's see. Hi, thank you for what you're doing for John. I am in Murfreesboro, Tennessee tonight. I'm a trucker. And good luck on teaching Baby Mae with the writing lessons. Well, thank you, John. And thanks for being a trucker. We need more trucks on the road out there. I have to promote my favorite vlogger, Your Little Pine. Well, there you go. Let's give a shout out to Your Little Pine. I like the show. Interesting Living in Paradise. Okay. Is the lipstick empire crumbling? No. There's just been some. Nah. Do not have a copy. U.S. Embassy will have to send your info the same place in USA where you applied for your passport. Wait for info come back to the U.S. Embassy. They're in the Philippines before they make passport. Hey, Jared. There's a comment I understand. When John gets his pension, he needs to hire a caregiver to take care of him. He can't expect everyone to do that for free. Well, we're just going to see what happens. Let's see. This gentleman seems new. Great video the other day. It's important to show the good, the bad in the Philippines. I've been with my Filipino wife for 5 years. It's been fantastic, but definitely pay to play, in my humble opinion. I would agree with that. And congratulations on your 5 years, man. Hi to all. Yeah, I should just do a blanket hi to everybody. Today is Arizona Charlie's 34th anniversary. Really. Good old Arizona Charlie's. I almost checked into Arizona Charlie's instead of Ellis Island. It was just too rough. Paul, do you think home and land prices are higher around the Dumaguete area because of the higher foreigner population? I'm the last guy to ask about land prices because I really don't know anything about it. I hear that 1,500 is a good price and 3,000 is too much, but I honestly don't know. It's so much got to do with location, right? And then access to roads, access to electricity and water, what's next door to you, what's going to be built in front of you and behind you. There's so many abnormalities out here. It's not like the States where you can go and you're in a subdivision and everything's plotted out and it's all legal and you got escrow and title and all that's researched and perfected before you sign anything. Not here. Eesh. So pricing, I couldn't tell you. Yeah, thumbs up, kids. It's the only thing we ask for here on the Old Dog Channel is a thumbs up. Hydrate, you know the drill. Bend at the hips. Don't use the F word enough to be from New York. Well, you haven't heard me off camera. Hey, George and Cynthia. Well, we got 15 minutes. Positivity and love. Nothing wrong with that. The broke guy said he had a house. Was it completely paid off? If you're referring to John, he spent his money building a house for them. So yeah, it would be free and clear. No loan was taken. Hi, new subscriber here. I find your videos funny, almost like watching Mel Brooks movies. Well, thanks. Thanks for being a new subscriber. I think you meant to say we all make Dean an event. You bring Dean back, I'll subscribe 3 times. You know, they used to play The Wizard of Oz once a year. So we'll do the same thing with Dean when I was a kid. Good luck, Paul, the other experts who are pitching in to assist. John, how can I leave John his 2 daughters? From the last video, I see he was pretty attached to the little ones, his wife too. He's not leaving his kids. I don't want to say too much. So I'll save it for some videos that I'm going to collectively patch together. And maybe in 2 weeks or something, we'll do an actual full-scale update video. Got some serious high school drama going on there in the expat community. That's a fact. It does get schoolyard. Let's see. 728 watching. That is amazing. Thank you. It was 900 and something the other time I do it live, which is like the average I get on here is about 200 to 300 people. So I appreciate all of you watching. I'm sorry I'm not going to get to everybody's comment. But what's new, right? I tend to bloviate too much. Naomi Judd has been fighting hepatitis for many years. Hopefully the best for her kids and grandkids. Well, yeah. Update video on Christy. Christy. I'm sure I did an interview with someone named Christy. Oh, I know who you're talking about. She has a boyfriend. I think Mae said she's got a channel too. She started a YouTube channel, of course. Who hasn't? No, she's got a boyfriend. I remember who you're talking about. Thank you for the live stream. I needed the laughs. You're welcome. I hope you feel better from that last ES Omicron. Okay, thanks for reading my comments, Paul. I'm going to sleep now. It's getting on 2 a.m. Ooh, good night. All right, buddy. Good night, buddy. I'm skipping through comments. I'd be the first to admit. Now, there's a buddy I haven't talked to yet. My fasting is going slow. I can dig it. I married the short Filipino girl, 4'11". Yeah. There's Sammy Chavez. Hey, Paul, trolls need love too. Amen. Let's give them all a little attention. Trolls want you to get upset. When you don't, their incentive is gone. That's a fact. Who's this? What internet? I'm using PLDT. Down to 10 minutes, guys. So let me just keep on rocking here. Let's see. Since May is right there, have a question. Okay, ask it. But she actually went out the front door. So she's not actually right here. Do you remember back in the 80s on a billboard in Las Vegas where they say, tomorrow the diet, today the great buffet? I don't remember that, no. But that sounds like Vegas. Paul, I can see how Philippines remind you of Mexico, except for one thing. That is the Philippines, you do not really need to learn Spanish and get by with just doing enough English. That's very true, Mark. And the people are different too. What I was talking about was the overall look of the place, if you will. Let's see. What was the biggest pain in the ass to get there? The time limits. I had to, for example, I had to take the COVID test twice because mine expired an hour and 12 minutes before my boarding time. And filling out the stupid one pass took 5 hours. Hey, Paul Coffee, be in the Philippines on June 26th. Well, thanks, Billy. We'll do that. I plan to retire in January and move there. I will be contacting you before I go, see if you need anything in a box. I can tell you right now, I'm good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. I picked up everything I pretty much needed when I was there, but I appreciate that, man. Andy, thank you so much for the super sticker. Always appreciated. Let's see, what else we got going on? 8 minutes. Fair warning. If you guys have any suggestions later on as to a video you would like to see or do, lay it on me. May doing great. Good to see her confidence grow. You're a good human with helping people. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm very proud of May. May went out yesterday and worked her ass off and came home dragging it. And she stays grumpy for about 10 minutes. God's truth. I came in, she changed her clothes, she was laying on the couch, soaking in the air conditioner, and I started joking with her and she perked right up. So God bless May. And she put a nice little video out. And I'm going to put a link to that in this video. David Gibson. I have a recent video of Bud. I didn't recognize. He looks like he lost a lot of weight. Looks great. Yeah, Bud went on a diet too. Let's see. You got lucky with May. She's great. I did get lucky with May. But the key to that was I slowed down. I was single for almost 2.5 years. Dated a bit, made my mistakes. And I kind of figured out after 2.5 years. And then when I started dating May, it was 6 months. So it was 3 years before 6 months before she actually hung up anything in the closet. And we made now we're a couple kind of thing. That's the thing. That's what I've always said, is just to freaking slow down. I see a lot of guys that jump right in. I did the same thing when I first got here, so I'm not judging. And as long as you learn from your mistakes, it's okay to make them. Paul, can you get a good cheeseburger in the Philippines? Nope. No, you can't. If I find one, I swear to it, you'll be the first to know. That's what I'll do a video on, if I find a good cheeseburger. Jealous man always complain about everything. Jackie Lou. I'm not sure who you're referring to. Love Mark's channel. Good dry humor. Yeah, Mark does a good job. He's a hardworking guy too. He's very hardworking. I told May, I said, you should go marry Mark. You guys can just go out and make videos all day. Oh, Monty. Let's see. Mark's gay roller rink was a failure, just like he is. Nice one, Monty. He stayed right within the wheelhouse. Let's see. Sorry, Paul. I posted twice, so I didn't post the first time. I'm not good with this tech stuff. Me either. So I didn't even notice. That's how bad I am. Oh, boy. Let's see here. Love your channel. Thank you, Jordan. Only to steal your girlfriend. Good on you, Steve. You have good taste in women. Let's make him a peso millionaire. Gonna see May on screen before you leave us? Nope. She already told me she's not coming on because she's busy cooking. Paul, great show. My wife and I live close to by you. We live in Dumagetti. I saw your video of you and May driving to the motorcycle shop. It's the same route we travel daily. I'm back in Florida now. Oh, darn. I wish we had time to hook up, man. Let's see. The way to life. Thanks for showing some compassion to John. I hope his kids get to see him in a better state of mind. I think that's huge. I thank you for the super sticker deal. But I think that's huge too. I think, of all the advice and opinions and everything that I've heard about the kids and this and that, he needs to do this and he needs to do that. I think John just needs to get back to some self-esteem first. And I asked him, I said, what if the kids were just dropped on you tomorrow in the apartment? What would you do? What would you have to offer them in your state of mind? And he said, not much. I said, I agree. So it's time to take care of you, get yourself back up, and then we'll deal with the kids. Kids aren't going anywhere. She's not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. Boy, Mark Thornton's taking a lot of heat. Let's see. Why is everybody so down on Mark? I think he's all right. Well, what it is there's the Mark Thornton trolls that decided to jump into the foray today, and they create multiple accounts. So it looks like it could be just one guy that just keeps throwing up stuff about him. Here's one. Will he do a DNA test? I threw that at him the other day too, but I'll put it in context in the video. But that was one of my recommendations to John. We'll just leave it at that. I can only feed him so much information at one time. The guy's going through enough as it is. I have to agree with that 1,000%. Well, I thought you would have a darker tan after the apple. I did. Whitening cream. No, I wish. Maybe it's the lighting. But I was burnt big time right up here. That's why I just stayed home yesterday. May is cooking, yeah. What are you cooking? Potatoes?
Pancit Canton.
Want to come say hi? Just put your nose in here and say hi real quick. People are asking. They're tired of looking at me. Come in and say hi. Yeah, I know. Just cover up your...
Oh my God.
Say hi.
Hi guys, good morning. Thank you so much for 692 for watching.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm very busy. Thank you.
All right, thanks for stopping by. Okay, there you go.
Okay, I saw you for my cook. That's my Filipino food.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Check it out.
I
Let
see.
me take this comment down. Hold on.
Okay. That is Filipino food. Pancit. Sige.
There you go. All right. Goodbye, everybody. I'm over and out too. Thanks for joining in. I appreciate everybody. I will be putting links for Jennifer Terri and for Baby Mae. Check out her latest video. If I've missed your comment, it's normal. Okay, see, you got me on screen. I just found your little sticker. I wanted to make sure I acknowledged you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I always feel lousy because I leave and I don't say thanks to people or hi to people or I miss them. But a lot of people make multiple comments, so they kind of dominate the conversation. And I try to look for people that haven't commented. I think I'm at the bottom. So look at this. Take care. That's a good way to end. Baby Mae's food looks great. That's a fact. All right, kids. We're going to bail out and say goodbye. And thanks for being a great audience, as always. We love chatting with you. So give me 30 minutes, and I'll get those links put up on this little live stream. All right, guys? See you next time.